So, the big question. Let's see how we can actually sync the AI across the network. First of all, we need to know who owns the AI. And for doing that, I've added a bool for the room owner inside the network manager, and let's go and create our calls. First of all, we need the override void on photon on create room, actually on created room. Okay, room owner is going to be the first guy that actually creates the room. Okay, then on our network print, we need to know which client which state to actually assign. We're not doing this right now, which is actually wrong. So we're going to have to assign the state, the player starting state, or yeah, okay, and then the client starting state. So player starting state, and we're going to say if this is your own client, then states dot current state player starting state. If it's not your current state, you're going to say states dot current state is going to be client starting state. Okay, that's one thing. Next, let me delete a few things, although we're just going to add them again, to be honest. Actually, no, let's keep them. We're going to need this, even though these are from things that I've already deleted them, but we're going to use them. First of all, I need a list with all the state managers that exist inside my scene, inside my room at this time. Okay, let's leave the reorder for now. We have the get manager. We can pass an instance ID, and depending on the instance ID on the state manager, which I've added it over here, we're going to get back our state manager we have inside this list. Okay, we'll see where this is used later. With this we can get the entire list. With this we can register a state manager inside our list, and with this we can unregister an enemy manager, the state manager from this. And also this will be clear state managers, to be correct. Okay, I don't think I'm using this anywhere. Yeah, I'm done. Okay, so okay, a few method calls. They're nothing special. We're going to see them right now. I'm going to leave the explanation for the reorder for later, because you kind of need to go through the idea of this, although I think we might actually be cool without having to use this. We'll see. If we don't want to make things more complicated, because we might not use this. So anyway, let's forget that. Then on our network manager, and we should be creating now network prints for everybody. So for every state manager we have, which is of course which is also going to be an enemy, and so on and so on. First of all, let's call the current state the player starting state. Okay, and I'm going to say if states is indeed a player, then assigned the current state as the player starting position. If it's not a player, then that means it's going to be an enemy. So just leave the whatever state they have over there. Now, if however it's this, okay. So let me think. So let's say we are joining a room on the on join room. Don't destroy, create network print for player, and this is going to create the network print for player. But we need network prints for everyone else that it is inside our game. So let's do another method over here and say public void create network print for NPCs. Okay, enemies are NPCs as well, which means we need to find all our state managers, and that is, we can take that as a list from our session manager, state manager, states equals new list state, not new, let's say session manager singleton get state managers. Okay, we can get that list from there. Then for each one of these we're going to be creating a new states dot count, and let's maybe rename this to state managers. Okay, and we're going to be doing instantiations in here. Okay, so we don't need any of this anymore, neither the profiles, neither all of this, but we do kind of need to know if it's player, if this state manager is a player or not. State managers dot is state managers I dot is player. Okay, that's all, the only thing I'm going to be passing from here, which means I need to be changing this in here and in here for 5, and this data we can hardcode this 5 to be true. Here's the thing, we can hardcode this to false as well, because all players will already have their player created. State managers I dot is player. If it is player, then continue. I don't want you to be instantiating it again. Okay, and it's going to be passing the array with just this. Okay, so when your network print is false, not is false, create instance player profile. Okay, so first thing we're going to be checking if bool is NPC, and we need to know string bool data 5. If you're not an NPC and you are a player, we actually want the data and all that. And here's what you should be doing. Network profile. Okay, let's include this as well in here. Else states is player, states is player equals false. Okay, if you're not an NPC, actually if you're not an NPC you are a player, so this will be true, this will be false. However, we still need to have states, so all this should be in here and in here. Actually, what's this? Controller transform multiplayer references transform. Yeah, okay, the parent for this. This can be states dot transform dot parent for better use. Okay, so if you have the states for this, we're going to be passed one more data. So this will be 7 now, 7 for this as well, and on data 6 we're going to be passing the state managers I dot the instance ID for this guy. Okay, which means on the network print. Okay, and down here you need to now find the session, the proper stage for you, and that will be network not network manager, state manager, or just states, I guess. States equals session manager singleton get state manager, and the state manager you want to get is of course the data 6. Get state manager. No, get state, and I'm pretty sure I've added that, didn't I? Okay, get manager. So we're going to assign that as a state manager. Okay, then because it's a client state, states dot current state is going to go over and only assign the client starting state. So this also needs, actually whatever you're doing you're still going to need that, so that will work as well. So technically this should go over through all the animation, through all of this, and assign that. Now only thing I want to change is instead of this state manager, instead of assigning on start the register, I think it should make a little bit more sense if we assign that inside awake, so we don't have race issues. Okay, network print. Okay, so let's go create network print for NPCs. Okay, that will work. 6, 7. Okay, so if you are the room owner, when you create the room, you're going to have to create the network prints for the NPC, which means down here on created room, or on join room, if room owner create network print for NPCs. I'm not entirely sure that's going to work, but whatever, let's test this. At least we should get some errors for something. And we should get 2 network prints in this case. Yeah, that's for our player. You can take the name from here. The second one is for our player. Let's see why though, because we have our enemy. Okay. Join room, network manager, then create network prints for NPC, network print, identity, 0, identity, then the network print is going to be created and going to be instantiated. So if it's yours, oh, that's why. We need to know if it's NPC or not. So we need to do this as well over here. And NPC, if not is NPC, else the network print for this should also happen with this. Okay, that's the instantiation data. And okay, we can delete this, so we can use it on the same. We can also delete this and move this above. State manager, if you're not the NPC, then otherwise do that. Okay, states.isPlayer, set it to false. So let's see if this will actually give us the enemy and not our own state manager. If it does that, then that means we are kind of closer to what we want to do. Start game. Let's see, we have two network prints, and both of these give us no, they don't give us the same. They're missing one, and I believe that is because what? For another reference, let's add a breakpoint to see which is the null. Start game. Okay. That's not null. The state is null. Well, that's kind of counterproductive, ain't it? Okay. So, I don't know why this happens, to be honest. Let's see then. State manager. I'm going to go to the session manager. And I'm going to say state manager ID. Okay, let's see if the register actually happens anywhere. And it does, of course. And let's do the bug log for when we are adding these managers. And I want to see the order we're getting. If the added goes after the error, then it's a race issue. If it doesn't, then I don't know. We'll see. Let's check. Start game. Added. We have two state managers, but why are you then complaining? Let's maybe check the integer. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's say state manager. Yes. I'm pretty sure that's going to integer instance ID. Cast that as integer data 6. Instance ID. Debug.log s is null plus instance ID. And this needs to be inside the parentheses. Okay, minimize. Let's hit play. And let's see what we're doing. We're not even getting that for whatever reason. That's the owner ID. Data 6 is returning false. Yeah, I think I know why. Okay, so let's go backwards. This needs to be false. This needs to be true. It's the opposite. So we were taking the player as the NPC instead of, the enemies. Okay. Network print, edge controller, enemy. Awesome. So we now have 2 network prints. Only question is, if a player now joins, is he going to assign the new, if he's going to assign the state manager or the network print to that state manager, and so on and so on. So let's test this. Let's do a build. Hit play. I'm going to start it from here. Connecting to server. Okay, start the game. This is the master now. Okay, I'm just going to move a little bit, and let's see if we're going to get any errors when this wants to finish. Oh, come on. Let me open that. Open this. Start game. Okay, so we're having some issues. Let's fix them. So there's no spawn position. First of all, on data 3 and data 4. The next one is there's no states, okay, because the error. So data 3, data 4, which means back to network manager, data 3, data 4. Down here, paste them, and instead of player states, we're now going with player states I without the value, and player states I transfer. Okay, let's see if we have anything else. Okay, so everything is coming from that, I believe. So we need to do another build to test it. Clear that. Build and run. And let me pause till this is finished. And we're back. I'm going to start it from the right side, and from this one I'm going to join as a client. Okay, and I'm moving. This guy is moving. Okay, so let's rotate through there, and from this guy I'm going to go and trigger the enemy. Now let's see what that guy is going to do. It actually works. It actually works, but this, whoops, yeah, I fall off the ground, if you're wondering. So I think if this guy now had the yeah, the state manager doesn't need to be underneath multiplayer references. And I think if this guy now had the current state maybe it's because the AI manager is running its own state and it's overriding the horizontal values and stuff like that. That's why. Okay, so we are getting much closer back to where we were. So network print then, if you are a state, if you are an NPC and you are local, then if states.ai manager states.ai-manager.enable equals false. Okay, we don't want for this to be running any behaviors, so we also need to be assigning the client state, although it already has the client state. Okay, so that's working correct. Okay, I think yeah, I think that will do it. Let's find the network prints and see what we are assigning on those. Network print, let's go, let's compile. Okay, all this works. Let's take one small look again, just in case. If you are mine, you are a player, so this can go. Okay, this can go as well. Yeah, okay, I think that should do it. So, another build, and I'll be back in a second. So, I'm going to start it from the right side. You're not seeing it right now, but I am already synced in. I'm going to hit play. Connect through here. Okay, awesome. You're seeing both of us. And I'm going to go and trigger this guy, but keep my distance. Come on. Whoop. And I'm going to try and not fall this time. Okay, so we're not changing the horizontal. Something is wrong with the values. But at least his movement is synced across the network. And he just killed the client, so that's going to leave a mark. And yeah, you see that because it's creating a new instance ID, now its tech is, yeah, we kind of have to reset those values anyway. Okay, so yeah, I think I know why. Is because the AI manager never actually triggers the move flag, and if you remember, we need to trigger the move flag, so it's all the AI's fault, which means we narrowed it down and we can just do AI manager. Let's see, do we have a move or we don't have a move? I mean, let's see. Move with agent. It's probably one of these. State manager. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to say states dot move flag equals true to this, and it's going to work like a glove. Okay, so this will also sync across the positions. I don't know why he doesn't attack, however. So let's find one of these. Multiple play item action. Let's find one of the behaviors that makes him attack. Aggro action, find nearby enemies, clear navigation path. Or let's do it via the states we have. So, state action, or AI, better yet, AI, action holder, basic enemy, attack 2, let's see what this is going to do. Attack 2, it opens that, it does call a play animation. So why are you not triggering the anim flag then? Play animation, anim flag, error flag. So why are you? That's not working. Maybe he was. Yeah, I actually forgot what was happening. So let's do another build. Let's make sure we saved. Not save as, okay. So hold on. So we're in, and as you can see, I'll just skip forward a bit because we're doing the same things all the time. Let's see if he's actually attacking. Well, he is okay, I spoke too soon. Okay, he's attacking, so attacks are indeed synced across the network. Well, maybe they're not that perfect, but you know, nobody is. Okay, I've actually died right now. So that will force a disconnect on everybody. They should probably force a disconnect on everybody. he stopped receiving data, as you can see, and we can check, you know, if the host died, you are disconnected, and so on and so on. And okay, so it's the, you know what, let's say on a network print, if you are an NPC, which we can tell from here, if you are an NPC, just keep sending this data, so he will always move forward. I'm not going to test, I'm not going to do a new build for that. And why are you complaining? That's why you're complaining. Is NPC and is NPC. Okay, so with this we actually have the same data for this. Now I think we might need to take care also of the navigation. So states.ai manager.agent.enabled equals false, just so that it doesn't affect our position, rotation, and stuff like that for the AI. And you know what, okay, let's test this one last thing, and this time let's host from here, but first we need to do a build, which means I'm going to come back in a bit. So yeah, it has load, connect serve, okay, start the game. I'm doing the host now, just to see if we have any errors or whatever. Start the game, everyone is synced, as we can see over there, awesome. Now, I don't know if the client actually goes to that guy, if he's going to actually aggro him. And it does. It's playing normally. But I have bad news. On the client, the enemy is not really synced. Let me kill him. Let me kill him. And he's going a little bit up and down. I don't know why that is, however. Or I think I know. I think the rigid body is probably going haywire or something on this guy. And we can check this from here actually. We can check if the enemy, and he's going to attack, yeah. Anyway, close that. Let's enable the scene enemy. That's probably because, yeah, I think it's the rigid body that's going haywire. And we can fix that as well, because we can just say states.rigidbody.is kinematic equals true, although I think we might not actually access the rigid body from here, because states is not going to run on this frame. So you know what, let's leave it for another day, for another part. I'm really tired to continue for this, so we'll just have to wait for the next part. So let's finish with this part. As always, you know the deal. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends, your family, or whoever you think might be interested in this. And if you like to see more stuff like this, more cool things, consider supporting my Patreon so we can keep making a lot more of these nice things. I'll see you on the next one.